It's Charles.
Charles.
That's okay.
I don't know why I want to say Mark.
Oh, you can call me Mark if you
Yeah,
like.
I'm calling you Charles. I'm gonna get that right. Hello there, my name is Brandon, creative director over at Scarecrow Arts, talking with Charles on his game, Deceive, which is another interesting spy game. It's a lot like the others where you commit subterfuge in a multiplayer game, you're hiding around, you're collecting objective points, but the difference is everybody converges on the objective and then they converge on the escape route.
Yep.
So no matter what, the players have to interact. And this is one of the reasons that you were able to get a grant for Canadian funding, because you guys are a Canadian developer. Can you tell me a little bit more about your experience working, getting that funding so you guys can do this for a living and commit to it?
Okay, so the funding is actually the Canada Media Fund, and the fund is, as I explained, is separated in a lot of programs. But the program we applied was an innovation program. So for the program we had to apply and we had to show how our game was innovating. So as mentioned, the innovation for Deceiving was that not a lot of spy games allow you to play against other players, so there was that multiplayer aspect. We have some Twitch integration, like for chat play that can...
Because you guys use Lumberyard.
Yeah, because we use Lumberyard. Actually, you can use chat play for other games, just that Lumberyard already added built in.
Well, it's Amazon's own thing.
Yeah, actually.
They own all that,
So that's why we chose Lumberyard. One point, so the game, as you described, is like in 3 phases. So the first phase is that every spy is in the mission, but the first phase mainly you're trying to gather intel, gather some resources, making sure that you're actually the one that's going to be taking out the objective and taking it out of the map.
Yeah, but there's still some interactivity with others.
Yeah, you can cross paths with other spies, hopefully you do. So you can look at NPCs, say, I think he's a spy, but you don't know, everybody's this guy's an NPC, so you're trying to make that guess. So is that actually a spy? Do I take my chance and try to take him out right now? Or do I buy my time and just continue to gather resources? Because as soon as you start a firefight or a fist fight, then your cover goes off.
Yeah.
And sometimes actually you think, okay, I think that's a spy, you shoot at him, it's actually an NPC, but another spy might be looking out and now he has the drop on you. And once the vault opens, you can try to work your way to the objective. And he grabs it. Now everybody knows that the objective is compromised and that the extraction helicopter is coming in. The third phase is trying to get out of there and with the objective. So
there's a bit of an antsy pause going on.
Yeah.
It was a little hectic at the end.
And the character that has the objective keeps showing up bleeps on the mission so others can try to track him. But on the counter side, once you have the objective, you get a feedback of everywhere the other spies are. So you're trying to avoid them as much as you can, but you know at one point the conversion point is that helicopter. You try to evade other spies and extract that character. But in most of the games, there is a switch at that point. So a lot of times the first initial carrier is taken down, you lose the objective, and another one can grab it up at one point and try to distract.
Yeah, and the game is actually pretty short, round-based system. It's like 10 to 12 minutes each, I'd say.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Honestly, I could go for even less. Give me a hard mode. I want like 8 minutes. Let's do this.
We thought about a lot of limited time modes or just team-based, just having like duos coming in. So that might be something that's in at that point.
I mean, like you said, you thought about a lot of things in this development, and you haven't decided on early access at all. You're skipping that. Can you tell us more about why you're waiting instead for looking for a publisher?
Okay, so we went early access for our first game, Coffins, and we got a lot of good response, but engagement for the people that bought into the game was under what we had hoped, so we were not getting a lot of feedback. And also, it was a big problem for the publishers once we came in. Like, the game was already out, the price point was already set, so a lot of the levers that the publishers want to manipulate just to get the most out of the game, they were burned. So they tell us, well, call us for the next one. So we decided for this game, not making the same mistake twice, and just keep this under the radar as much as we can. This is actually our first show that we're showcasing the game.
Yeah.
So getting feedback from the people, just trying to again, we're not going for the price point, we're not telling when it's going to be out, actually just trying to get feedback. So this is a game, do you like it? What do you like about it? And trying to figure it.
And it's coming out
Yeah.
soon.
Soon-ish.
Yeah, soon-ish. Oh, that's even better. Yeah. How many years out do you think you guys are from full release on this thing? A year, 2 years?
It depends on the kind of game. So our minimal viable product is probably going to be ready by the end of this year or early next year. But at that point, we just decided how we want to scale this, how much we want to put in, and that can, like, we could work for 10 years on it, or like we could take it out next year.
Now, a big question of ours this year for our little series of Dev Talks is, how do you price your indie game? And you guys haven't decided on a price for this one, but how has pricing your previous one in early access changed your view on how you're going to price this one? Are you going to leave it all the way up to the publisher? Are you going to lay out some recommended prices that you guys yourselves feel justifies the time and effort that went into it?
So actually for the Canada Media Fund, we had to build up our case for how we wanted to put a price point. We actually built several scenarios, and we studied for what kind of games were compared against and like what quality we're going for, and trying to get a feel of what could be like a correct price point for that.
What would people actually buy and buy in a good quantity?
And feel that they were making actually a good buy at that point. I don't think it's something that can be like convinced that it was a good idea. So we're actually hoping that having exterior experience from people say, oh, you think you should go lower, that's actually you're underselling it. Because if you go too low, people see that and say, oh, there's definitely something wrong with that at this point. And if it's too high, people say, they're just trying to pull the money out of people. So
and they'll go, oh, I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah,
because that's what we're expecting nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks so much for talking to me, Charles. I love this game, actually.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun. I lost. Thank you so much for talking with me, and good luck at the rest of the con. It's only Thursday. You guys, you said this is your first time. Is this your first time doing PAX East?
For this game, yeah. We met actually the whole around, not PAX Australia, but PAX West, PAX South, and PAX East, using our previous game.
This is a long one, 4 days, man.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Second handshake, sure. Let's do it.